centre of the court, and then waiting for that shorter lift from Alaksha to finish it off.
Hey guys, welcome to the Race Marshals on the Sports Republic, and today we'll be talking about Monaco Grand Prix, of course, जो आने वाला है next Sunday, and the Spanish Grand Prix, how Ferrari lost it and how Red Bull clinched it, and that's the surprising driver of the day, someone who was written off this season, and he came back with a very good performance. Hello everyone, hi Sachin, hi Ruben.
Hi.
Yes. We're meeting in a very short time, and we had a very exciting Spanish Grand Prix. So, Ruben, if you have gone through the race, what was your emotion? How did you feel about the race?
So it was a very surprising race. Actually, I wasn't expecting this kind of the events, especially the Spanish Grand Prix. If we have seen it from the previous years, it's a very unexciting kind of a race. There's not much overtaking that happens either, and there is some statistics which says that 73% of the times the pole winner only wins the race.
Yeah.
So we went into the Spanish GP with not a lot of expectations. Don't expect too much out of it, but then it was very there was so many things happening in the race, right from the pole sitter to right from the bottom of the pack, and there were so many things that were happening. It was a very, very exciting race. So yeah.
So Sachin, Spanish Grand Prix, क्या मजा है, मतलब ऐसा क्या था जो तेरे को लगा यार रेस बना दिया ये इंसिडेंट ने?
ये स्पेनिश ग्रांड प्री देखेगा तो पूरा स्टार्ट से लेके एंड तक पूरा ड्रामा था रेस में। बहुत अनप्रेडिक्टेबल रेस बोल सकते हैं इसको। मेरे को हम लोग को लास्ट अभी स्टार्टिंग में तो लग रहा था कि जो लीडर है वही जीत जाएगा, लेकिन जो अप एंड डाउन रेस में आया, जो मजा आया, उसके बाद रिजल्ट कुछ और ही निकला। लेकिन ठीक है, लेकिन ओवरऑल द रेस वाज वेरी गुड, एकदम मस्त मजा आया।
Yes, to those who out there who do not know that Leclerc was actually leading the race by about 30 seconds. He had a pit stop and free pit stop he had basically. He was comfortably leading, and then he had some power failure. There was no power and he had to retire. And Verstappen, out of nowhere, who was already stuck behind Russell, somehow got an advantage and took that race win. And I think he snatched the race win out of Perez's hand. So we'll come to that. बट नंबर 3 पे आया है जॉर्ज रसल, जो हम लोगों ने पहले डिसाइड किया था दिस वाज द मोस्ट कंसिस्टेंट ड्राइवर दिस ईयर, एंड वन मोर टॉप 5, एंड ये टॉप 5 भी नहीं है सचिन, ये टॉप 3 है, सेकंड पोडियम है इस साल का। तो क्या मतलब रसल हैमिल्टन से बहुत भारी है इस साल?
हम लोग ने लास्ट टाइम इसके बारे में डिस्कशन किया था कि वो यंग है, डायनामिक है और एग्रेशन है। जो एग्रेशन है हम लोग को ये रेस में कंप्लीटली दिखाई दे, बिकॉज वर्स्टैपेन था, उसको ओवरटेक कर ही नहीं पाया, बहुत टाइम तक कर नहीं पाया। उसकी वजह से टीम को आखिर में वर्स्टैपेन को अंदर बुलाना पड़ा और टायर चेंज करके वैसे तो
उन्होंने पेरेस को भेज दिया।
हाँ, पेरेस को पीछे ले लिया। इधर वो कर सकता था ओवरटेक, बट टीम का डिसीजन था, उन्होंने चेंज कर दिया। बट ओवरऑल पूरा रेस मेरे को लगता है उसी ने रसल नहीं खाया है और बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिया उसने। और गाड़ी में भी मेरे को लगता है उनका गाड़ी का भी अपग्रेड आया था, तो वो एक वन ऑफ द एडवांटेज मिला रहेगा रसल को। तो ओवरऑल रसल वाज वेरी गुड।
एडवांटेज तो था, गाड़ी का अपग्रेड तो बहुत आया था, एंड मर्सिडीज सेड दैट दे आर नाउ लिटिल बिट बेटर। हां,
रूफ उन्होंने कुछ अपग्रेड किया शायद ना, बेस अपग्रेड किया उसका।
हाँ, तो अभी उन्होंने कुछ ऐसा अपग्रेड था कि गाड़ी का स्पीड बढ़ गया, एंड इफ यू सी रूबन, रसल केम कमिंग टॉप 3 इज एक्सेप्शनल. Hamilton was 19th. मतलब after colliding with Magnussen, he was already back and he had given up. Then they said let's try for a top 8 position, and he came 5th here, and he was supposed to come 4th, but they said cool off your engine because your engine will blow up. You will have a DNF, and he came 5th, and he was a driver. Cooling system में leakage हो सकता था. So इस year Robin, who was better? Russell was better, Hamilton was better this race?
I think for me in this race, Hamilton was the better driver because Russell was always in a good place to begin with, and Hamilton for no fault, I would say maybe no fault of his, in the first lap of he got caught out by Magnussen, and then he had a tire puncture. I think there was one point in time where he was some 30 seconds from the entire pack. He was running last. He was 30 seconds off, and like you said, he said that let's save this power unit. Let's save this engine. But he then after that the laps that he started putting in, I think he came from end and finished right up to number 5. It would have been number 4 except for that engine cooling leak. But I mean, he had one of the best pace in the entire race. And so I think it goes on to show a lot what the work that Mercedes have done, which I'm sure we will come to also. But yeah, so Hamilton definitely was. I think for me, he was really. I mean, he deserved the Driver of the Day title, and he totally. Yeah, for me, it was definitely Hamilton.
Definitely Hamilton. So one of our race masters was definitely Hamilton. But the race winner was Verstappen. And if you go to see, he was not in the race win. Matlab, he was not supposed to win. Russell caught him. Perez was faster at one time, and Leclerc was leading. But Perez was behind him. First, Perez was ahead. They told Perez, "Bhai, tu piche aaja. Verstappen is faster." He was not that faster. Verstappen went ahead. Verstappen was not able to overtake Russell. Perez wanted to overtake Verstappen. Then they said, we want to do team orders. What we'll do, we'll put him in the pits so that Perez gets it clear. So do you think now that number one, number two driver is coming into play in Red Bull?
I think when Perez went into Red Bull, I think he always probably knew that that he's going to go take the number two spot over there, and that is probably like Red Bull has always had Max Verstappen as their number one driver, and anyone who came into that, that's why they used to call it the number two driver's curse. And we had people like Gasly and Albon coming, and Kvyat also, who was there at that one point in time. So I think Perez always came into this seat knowing that very well that he is going to be playing the number two role over here. But also one other thing to look at it is this is only the sixth race of the entire season. There are 22 races to go. It's only the sixth race. So one question maybe that Red Bull need to ask themselves is, do they need to be playing favorites so early in the season? But at the same time, you also have like Red Bull and Ferrari are right now they're neck and neck, and like every point counts also. So I mean, from Red Bull's point of view, also if Leclerc is out and Verstappen also didn't finish two races, so if Leclerc is out one race, they would want to maximize their chances of giving the chance of giving Max the title. So
but then Ferrari, I don't see Ferrari has not done any favoritism because Sainz is anyways losing out on the top three positions. अपने अभी मतलब चलाते चलाते spin हो गया यार. So या तो इसको कोई ठोकता है या तो खुद ही spin कर लेता है. Even in qualifying he spins. So Sainz या सचिन Sainz अनलकी है या भाई मतलब गलती कर रहा है आजकल बहुत प्रेशर से गलती कर रहा है.
मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि थोड़ा अनलकी है और उसकी वजह से उसका कॉन्फिडेंस जा रहा है, जो मतलब उसका गलती हो रहा है हर रेस में, वो थोड़ा लेस ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस लग रहा है, उसकी वजह से मेरे को लगता है वो गलती कर रहा है, ऐसा मेरे को लग रहा है, क्योंकि कार इक्वल है दोनों का, उसका स्पीड भी अच्छा है, वो क्वालिफाई में भी अच्छा कर रहा है, लेकिन रेस में कुछ मेरे को लगता है रेस प्रेशर उसको थोड़ा प्रॉब्लमेटिक है, जो उसको इफेक्ट कर रहा है उसके परफॉर्मेंस को, ऐसा मेरे को लग रहा है. बाकी लेकिन आई होप सो कि नेक्स्ट रेस में थोड़ा अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस मिले साइंस का.
नेक्स्ट रेस तो हम मोनाको जा रहे हैं, मोनाको में तो साइंस जीत गया लास्ट टाइम, और लेक्लर्क को तो वैसे भी प्रेशर है. लेक्लर्क मतलब तो अभी लेक्लर्क पे प्रेशर है यहाँ पे, बिकॉज लेक्लर्क मोनाको में तो चार बार रेस किया एंड एक भी बार रेस जीता नहीं है, तो मतलब वहां पे रेस खत्म. हाँ, सो उसको रेस
ऑल डीएनएफ्स
खत्म करना ही बहुत बड़ा बात है, एंड विनिंग अ रेस नाउ is something that he wants to because it is a home Grand Prix. He knows that roads, streets, I don't know, gully bolte na, he knows it inside out. So do you think Leclerc will try, because now he's back in the championship, he's not leading it, so here there'll be a little bit pressure that he has to take the win also and try to reclaim the lead back.
Yeah, I think just 2 weeks ago there was something about Leclerc. He was driving Gilles Villeneuve's some heritage car. I think just 2 weeks ago he was driving it in Monaco and he crashed it. So people were saying that, so he has finally finished his this year ka Monaco crash quota. So hopefully now in the race he will do well. Charles. So like I think Ferrari have the Red Bull is the faster car on the straights, and the Ferrari is a faster car in the west there are slow corners and things like that. So yes, in a track like Monaco where there are a lot of bends and turns and hairpins and all, I think the Ferrari is the better suited car for the track. So therefore, I think Charles has a very good chance in Monaco, and yes, I think he will be able to perform very well.
So basically, if you see Charles Leclerc, so in 6 races he's taken 4 poles. Okay, very very comfortable. 6 races, 4 poles, and he starts the race nicely. Yahan pe, except for the first turn, if you negotiate the first turn, you are leading the race till the end. That is how Monaco works basically. So, do you feel that Charles, he just needs to focus on a pole and which he's already very good at. Bhai, in his first year also, I think Ferrari took 7 poles, something like that. So he likes
Yes.
taking poles. So what do you think? It is more pressure on Charles or more pressure on Max Verstappen this time?
I think the pressure will be on Charles because it's his home race, and he has never managed to finish a race also in Monaco up till now. So I think definitely the pressure is on Charles. And the Ferrari also is the better suited car over here. So definitely there's a lot more pressure on Charles, but I also think that Charles, his character is such that he does not get overwhelmed by any pressure, and even when there's something bad happening to him, he always keeps looking at the positives of everything. So I think yes, while the pressure is on Charles, I think he will be able to perform very, very well in this next coming race, which will also
Yes.
make it even now once again in the championship and make it interesting between Max and Charles again. So it's
Okay.
good for all of us. It's good for racing.
It's good for all of us, but I want their Sainz to win here once. मतलब not Monaco, but at least Charles he should win this. तो सचिन मतलब प्रेशर किस पे? अच्छा चार्ल्स लेक्लर्क जिसको मोनाको जीतना ही है, वर्स्टैपन जो लास्ट ईयर जीता तो डिफेंडिंग चैंपियन, डिफेंडिंग रेस विनर, पेरेज जिसको रेस विन मिलता नहीं है, और साइंस जो रेस खत्म नहीं कर पाता है, तो प्रेशर किस पे?
एक्चुअली ज्यादा प्रेशर तो फेरारी के टीम में ही है, क्योंकि दोनों ड्राइवर्स को परफॉर्म करना है। और जो चार्ल्स का जो होम रेस का जो प्रेशर है वो हमें, क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम भी उसका जो क्वालिफाइंग में उसने गड़बड़ किया था, ठोक दिया था, रेस में तो चालू ही नहीं हुआ उसका रेस, तो वो प्रेशर ऑब्वियसली उस पर रहेगा। और साइंस का प्रेशर कि उसको परफॉर्मेंस दिखाने का है, क्योंकि वो पिछला रेस जो चल रहा है उसका, उसमें उसने वेरी अंडर, मतलब एक तो बोल सकते हैं अनलकी था। अभी होप्सो अगर उसने गलती से पोल मार दिया तो उसका लक अच्छा हो जाएगा, क्योंकि आप सबको मालूम है कि मोनाको रेस के एक बार पोल मिल गया तो रेस का चांसेस 99% तो रहता ही है। होप सो पहला टर्न में कुछ गड़बड़ ना हो जाए बस, लेकिन जो स्टार्ट करेगा वो तो जीतेगा, ये तो अपने को मालूम है। तो साइंस को थोड़ा कॉन्सेंट्रेट करके अगर उसने क्वालिफाइंग अच्छा दिया तो हो सकता है।
So ठीक है, Charles Leclerc mostly. So I guess we are all going for Charles Leclerc for a win in Monaco.
हाँ,
Pole and
आई
win.
थिंक फेरारी के लिए
Yeah.
ही थोड़ा
Yes.
सपोर्ट रहेगा।
And out of syllabus, do you think Mick Schumacher will score his first point over here?
ओ
Because he was in his point scoring position and the team actually goofed up. They went for 2-stop strategy. By the time everyone did the 3 stops, he had nothing in his tires and he went 14, 15. So someone who was already in top 10 and was 7th, 8th, very comfortably 7th, 8th, they went for 2 stops too. No, because they don't have performance, they said the race pace, and because of that he lost the top 10 very clearly. So here he just needs to come in the top 10 qualifying, which Haas is doing. So will he score his first points?
Yes, so I would root for Mick Schumacher because he has to score some points also right now. And I think as of now for Haas, all the 15 points that they have scored has all been scored by Kevin Magnussen. So I think it's time for like Mick Schumacher to also step up for it. And so I think Mick should be able to get his first points if sooner not later then. So this race is a good race for him to get it.
सचिन मिलेगा उसको एक पॉइंट एक ही चैंपियन।
ये चांस वंस अगेन मतलब क्वालिफाइंग पे डिपेंड है। अगर वो क्वालिफाई अच्छा करता है ना तो उसको रेस मतलब ओवरटेक का चांस तो है नहीं, बहुत कम है। रादर देन अगर कोई क्रैश हो गया तो ही चांसेस है, लेकिन वो ये रेस है उसमें जो पॉइंट स्कोर कर सकता है, इट इज ये तो आना चाहिए उसको एक पॉइंट, हमको भी ऐसा लगता है।
any
one thing,
yeah.
So one thing to point out here is that I think Haas have stopped upgrading their car because I think everybody brought upgrades to Spain, and the only people who didn't bring any upgrades were Haas. So like Sachin was pointing out, in Monaco you need to be able to qualify well to be able to win a race to get any points also. So if they're going to continue the same way and not getting any upgrades to their car, then we might not be able to qualify that at a good position and then be able to finish in points. Yeah.
Any wild predictions for this race? Anyone? What could be your wildest prediction?
Alonso on podium.
Okay. Alonso on podium.
Alonso. I want Bottas. I'm supporting Bottas because वो कैसा रहता है ना, हर एक फैमिली में एक अच्छा बच्चा रहता है जिसको पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं तू पीछे रहे, जो मर्सिडीज में उसके साथ हुआ और जो भी परेज को हो रहा है रेड बुल में, तो मेरे को थोड़ा उन लोग से थोड़ा सिंपैथी रहता है कि भाई उन लोग को थोड़ी मिले। हाँ, तो परेज हो सकता है, परेज वन ऑफ द चांस की थोड़ी मिल सके, वो अच्छा चला रहा है और पेस भी अच्छा है गाड़ी का, तो वन ऑफ द
Yeah, even in the Saudi Arabia, he got the pole, which was a street
Hmm.
circuit, so he can do it.
और वो स्ट्रीट सर्किट का पास ऐसा बोलते हुए अच्छा चला रहा है स्ट्रीट पे.
Sure. I'll do one while. I think Russell will go for win.
Oh wow.
अरे वो तो जीत ही रहा है हमेशा.
Win,
हमेशा तो
win,
5 में आ रहा है वो.
नहीं 5 में आ रहा है ना, लेकिन
win.
2 में नहीं आ रहा है वो. 1 तो छोड़ 2 में नहीं आ रहा है वो, 5 में आ रहा
नहीं
है.
उसका लक अच्छा चल रहा है लेकिन ये तो
लक अच्छा चल रहा है. हैमिल्टन जैसा थोड़ा खराब लक नहीं चल रहा है, उसको कोई ठोक रहा नहीं है.
हाँ यस.
So that's it. While predictions, we want people like Bottas coming taking podium, and even Alonso, and for me Russell taking the win, because anyways he's one of the most consistent drivers. This is it, guys, from the Race Marshals on the Sports Republic. I hope you liked the episode, and if you liked, then please like, share, and subscribe to this. Share this video, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Ruben. Thanks, Sachin. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Savio. Bye everyone. Bye.
Bye.